Hello everybody, new day for you, not for me. And today we are starting with a Vampire the Masquerade Forks in the Road. I have heard that this game is like 5 minutes long, so... But apparently... was quite difficult to make. Hello, are you there? Perhaps Soft Bakery and Catering, may I help you? I brought you this damn phone, I know who you are. Sorry, rules are rules. There's some abandoned fledgling or caitiff or something in your little town. Deal with it. Do you want me to kill it? I don't care. Just don't want it to be a problem. Well, why does the Camarilla care? We don't, but it's developing into a masquerade issue. Make sure it doesn't. You have anything to go on? It was feeding in some stupid park or something, ran off in some warehouses. You know, that spoons and knives town. Better than me. Okay. How do I... leave it? Ah! How do I exit the phone? Okay, I'll do it. Good. Get to the warehouse and figure things out. It's almost morning, if you even care. Haha. Haha. Ha. Okay! What the fuck? What do I do? Okay. What do I want? I want high persuasion. I do have a firearm on me, so going all out there. Gonna be somewhat sneaky. I definitely want to know the occult. And I'm gonna be manipulated as all balls. And very charisma-y. And gonna up the full power. Can I just click everything or nah? There we go. We used up all the attributes. Anything else? Some investigation, some awareness. Let's do insight. There we go. This is shoot and open is the same button. That's not great. Boss? Who the fuck are you? I'm here for the LARP. What the hell is a LARP? Wait, so this isn't a LARP? This is not a LARP. Look, those weapons look real, and you look kinda sketchy, so you should leave before the cops show up. Damn it, alright, let's just go. I don't want to deal with the cops, especially not empty-handed. Okay, I have somehow managed to send the hunters going away. Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm here to help. I know what's going on with you. I don't know. Everything has been so strange. I tried to explain it to someone, but I bit them, and what's happening to me? Everything will be okay. Just relive very, painful memories while you're pointing that katana at me. Where did you even get a katana? I tasted their blood and it was really good, and they seemed to stop caring. Dude, you're a vampire. Wait, no, stop mocking me, damn it. Have you noticed how fast you can run? The thought. Are you actually blocking bullets? They were trying to. Well, that's forks in the road, everybody. Apparently, it nearly killed the creator to make this. Because, hey, most people do not go for 3D games. Now I will have to do this horrible shit that's called figuring out which of these files belong to what, because I extracted it into my download folder like a smart cookie. I mean, your game works. I just really wish that the shoot button wasn't the same as interact button, because that was pretty not nice. We are now progressing into Eastern medicine, as you can audibly hear but not visually see. So let me just see if I can... There we go, I just fixed it. Welcome to Eastern medicine. It is probably a visual novel. I will... Yep, it is. I will... Sound lower, please. No eardrum damage if possible. A game was created as part of... Yep. The work of fiction. Oh god. Saj Toss Tangli presents 11 p.m. August 22nd, 2021, Budapest, Hungary. Somewhere near the seats of power that Simitsi have cultivated for so long. The art! It's moving! Wow! What an ungodly hour to work for the living, and most certainly for the everlasting. Or for the undying, or whatever you will call us. Magistrates in the dark. Fiends of the night. Leeches. Illuminati, that's a good one. Nevertheless, not the worst of places to suffer through a laborious night. Eventually dawn comes anyway. Naturally, there's a bit more danger if it's accompanied by a handful of initiated agents, armed to the teeth with wooden bullets and similarly lethal whatnots. Someone must have invited them. Footsteps approach in the mist, thumping the ground with a growing determination of volume. Can it be our gracious party host? Or just another kindred whose ignorance puts them to the screws? Wouldn't be the first of its kind. Certainly not the last. Oh, do we play as Janos, by the way? Oh, cool! You get to choose your own character. Don't mind me, I'm just portaling in. Cyan. Ooh. Okay. 183. We have lived quite a while. For us, Generation 10, what can you do? Wildflower, pick up your pretty little head. It will get easier. Your dreams are not dead. You follow Yana's footsteps through what must be a dark corridor under a public square. Oh, this is very atmospheric. The sounds, the effects, the screen move. Take a seat. You consider the room, knowing inside that you are innocent. Take pride and comfort in knowledge that you're innocent. Did you say something? Nothing. Your eyes easily find the only chair singled out in the middle of the damp room. But you hesitate. The Nosferatu's pale figure demands your attention. In a split second, you catalog his features, mannerisms, and faint flickers of emotion in his eyes. He is an open book to you. He may be playing the tough guy, but you sense that something else is bothering him inside. Probably not his biggest worry tonight. Wait! A vision! I'm getting something. You're about to ask if I want to sit down, right? This is a Malkavian that knows what they're doing, but they pretend that they don't. Stall for time by being batshit. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks. I prefer to stand. Suit yourself. But we're gonna be here for quite some time. Let's begin, shall we? By all means, we don't want to be here all night, do we? Young are always so hasty, and trouble follows post-haste. Where the fuck did you learn to speak? When would reveal a bit more, perhaps. Yet again, you are not here to ask questions. Not the smart ones, anyway. Have we started on the torture yet? You wouldn't know if we did, I assure you. In any case, there is a point to your persistence, I have to confess. Dead, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The prosecution rests. Job fucking done. Are you finished? Eternally. That will be enough. Have you been followed? Followed by what? Time? My past always follows me, sometimes my future too. Please refrain from toying with me. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Janus. Who gave you this assignment is not a nice person. Who ever assigns anyone to deal with 183-year-old or 182-year-old Malkavian? It's first of all, they're plenty old. So wouldn't just get interrogated for no reason for being that age. But secondly, Malkavian. Followed by the kind. Specifically hired blades in the dark. Hired blades in the dark? Covert operatives of various government organizations jumbled together. Recently? Shall we say in the last 3 days? Not that I know of. What the fuck do you know then? Janus language, please. If such a trifle of cognitive effort marks the limits of your intellect, still unplow and leave the nobler art of sacrifice to the worthy and the learned. Could you be a lamb and pass me a dictionary? I'm sure you carry one at all times. Not that I know of. Yet, in a way, you are right. Education is wasted on you. Oh, come on, man. I literally just asked for a book. That's precisely what education is about. To the point. Where were you on the 20th of August? I was in the hospital. The hospital. I didn't go there to see the doctor. The memory of St. Laszlo's Hospital comes back, maybe even more clearly than you would like. A hospital was particularly busy that evening. Were you a frequent visitor? He fiddles around his notes. Naturally, he does not share his discoveries with you. It seems that you already have the answers somewhere there written down. I often find that the subject's verbal account illuminates the salient points of the affair in comparison to which textual evidence quite simply pales. Illuminates the salient points. Jano's impatient voice interrupts you. Yes, it illuminates. So illuminate, please. With what frequency did you visit the hospital? At least once a week. That is quite frequent. Quite frequent indeed, for someone who has no need of medical attention. Unless you carry only the weakest remnants of the Dark Father's blood in you. But you only removed 9 times from him, so no danger of that. That leaves us with the inquiry as to the reason behind the frequency of your visits. Sometimes it was spontaneous, sometimes not. You know, I am here and I am there. Sometimes I am everywhere. May I ask the lady to leave poetics in the hands of the experts? Janus, my dude, it's a Malkavian. What do you expect? And communicate only the facts. The blood is profitable and deep. Sweet dreams don't come to us cheap. Facts, I mean bloody facts. I just did. Are you trying to tell me that you were selling blood? We will proceed with this assumption. And the hospital is what you get your wares. So may I assume from the frequency of your visits that business was going splendidly? Yes, very well, May. You must have had a contact on the inside, yes. Who? It was Cecilia Cormoran. We remember Cecilia fondly. There has always been something elating about her presence that could shake you up. Even having been dead for over a century, it would be just enough to catch her walking on the corridors tending to someone's needs. How is my dark lady? I never really liked she addressed me so, but I couldn't bring myself to chide her. Not very well, I cannot stay long. I know better than to ask why. So much compassion. You're an angel. How do you keep such a happy face amongst these dire circumstances? By the way, that it's absolutely blaring my ears out. The secret is not to look for what brings you comfort, but where you can bring it to others. If everyone cared just half as much as you and I do, the world would be a better place. But I'm sure, darling, you know this, with all the blood you're taking to those in need. You're truly an angel, but I have to run. How much do you have for me tonight? Just a few bags. The usual place? Yes. When will I see you again? Properly this time. Honestly, don't know. Is your relationship with Cecilia purely about business? No. She liked me very much, no question about it. But can you blame her? No, honestly though. And what should I be in front of my sheriff if not completely honest? There is a kind of sentiment that only the living can inspire in us. That lived in me, ironic as that may sound. I believe I have some understanding for that. Sure, you look like that kind of guy. Additionally, may one ask, did you meet anyone besides her at the hospital? I am never lying at all because I don't actually know what I know, but as a Malkavian, this is friggin' fitting. I also saw Emilio for a brief moment. He looked lost deep in thoughts, so I decided not to bother him. So, the big one. What do you remember of August 21st? And please don't give me any of that patriotic bullshit. Nothing like I snuggled up fondly with the memories of great celebration and national glory. Something is wrong. A split second you realize the power of the Dark Father permeates through Janos' words. He is trying to dominate you. He dug his claws deep inside your mind. Start to search your memories for all the details of the event and communicate them as accurately as possible. No, I couldn't get his claws out. Hearing Janos' words, you feel transported back to August 21st. You remember yesterday, dreaming of a spider fleshed out from darkness pulling medical strings with its leg over a hazy landscape. You were in the light-proof haven, lying in torpor. I was doing what all God-fearing kindred were, lying in torpor. That does not bring God in the picture just yet. Thank God! Come on, no reaction! How did you know that your haven has been breached? I had a vision. It's like the most logical way any Malkavian would explain anything. It was not the first time that my dreams brought me, how should I say, that even you would understand. You have heard of visions, soothsaying, portents, and the like, right? Yes, naturally. I noticed that Janus would like to say something else, but he chooses to remain silent. Let's just say that I had a feeling that it would be a terribly good idea to kick in the door. But that is just not my style. So I had a pretty good idea what's going on. Still had to wake up. Quite so. It was no picnic, I have to admit. But when you know, you know, you know. To be honest, I don't. Well, I did. So you were awake. What happened next? I knew something was wrong. There was no question about it. Something sinister was going on. Yes, please do share. I had little information, you see, so I waited. They were attacking my haven, so I thought it was fuck the masquerade time. Grabbed the first weapon I could get my hands on from my emergency stash. My apartment was not made for war. I am a Malkavian, please. I mean, I did not really think I had anything to fear. Truly, it is not your job, actually, to stop all sorts of shit like this from going on. Anyway, no use crying over spilt milk or blood. So my weapon of choice was a kitchen knife. Good thing I had a ghoul living there with me back then at the fall of the Iron Curtain. Sounds more like something you would bring to a rural pig killing. And there you were in the living room. First comes a blinding flash. Smoke covers everything as the trained agents of the Second Inquisition stormed the room, all four of them. Vanish! It's time to become unperceivable, hidden, ghost, or even less. You throw a flashbang and the Malkavian disappears. Aw, I got hungrier. Damn, those motherfuckers probably went to brain camp or something. Search the room. Roger, roger. You a droid now. I have Roger Rogers invading my room. What do I do? Smell of blood mixed with new age gunpowder fills everything. Your nostrils wide enough, you could literally eat up the air when all hell truly breaks out. I cannot truly describe to you what happens next. I was in control throughout the whole thing. I tore them to pieces. In your mind you can still see the disconnected images of bone, fangs, gunshot wounds, etc. One thing is for sure, when the whole thing ended, you don't find anyone alive. I have to admit, I'm very proud. Not everyone could have done what I did. Team Cayenne 1. Team Bothersome Motherfucker 0. Fuck yeah. We have more important questions to address. Dude, I have health of 1 to address. Let's continue. Did you wonder what? Me thought the question was fairly obvious. Considering all the facts, it should have risen self-evidently. At least for the trained eye of the observer. Let's just pretend that I don't have the trained eye of the observer. Gladly. How did the agents of the Second Inquisition learn of your haven's location? Second Inquisition? Yes. Let's proceed. I mean, that is your job, bro. Figure it out. How the fuck should I know? This is strike number 1. While it is tempting to think that it was your own ignorance and carelessness that put you in harm's way, unfortunately or fortunately, I can't quite tell at this point. My sources reveal otherwise. Insults aside, you have me hooked. What do your sources reveal? Second Inquisition has started to introduce radioactive isotopes to marked portions of blood, distributed across town at medical facilities of suspected activities. Ultimately, with the quite discernible goal of locating the motions and geolocations of said isotopes. And if it wasn't obvious, these dear kindred who have consumed said isotopes, shit. The eloquence of your generation amasses me. Amasses you? You have been amassed. But essentially, yes. They are back on. So it happens that someone has been aiding the distribution endeavors. Shit. Just told him a few minutes ago that you're selling blood to the kindred community from a hospital. That does not look good. By the way, is that shit really tainted? The crime itself is punishable, so much is certain, but the only factor to ascertain is whether it was committed inadvertently or out of malice, you see. I am not sure. Any case, where did you go once your haven has been breached? It was so pretty early, and daytime. First I navigated my building, hiding in corridors and stair stops, carefully avoiding the light. Yeah, the times when well dead you can stitch back together wounded and demorphed flesh. Not anymore. Apparently, trying to navigate it killed me. Oh. I don't like that. Whoa, I accidentally clicked the link. I don't actually see how that is supposed to work. Like, is it chance-based? Did obfuscate fail? Also, it's kind of really weird to die in a story where you're supposed to be telling it at the point. What if we tried again? But, did absolutely everything the same. Except, let's let him into my mind this time. Let's be friendlier. Let's go for the vision again. What if I attacked the closest one? There's no time to waste. Pounce at the closest agent. Damn. I have some serious training. I died right there and then. Wow. Actually, would it work if I saved right there? As we do have some save slots. I just... Let's not try to resist again. There we go. Quick saved here. What if I try and find some cover? Try to rely on the familiarity with the location, remembering where everything is supposed to be, you take cover. It is still there, so staying awake has its own challenges. It's hard to stay alive and standing, let alone jump to the spot you have found. Not good. Suffer 2 shots. Okay, if I quick load. Let's quick save here. Let's try and force a vanish. Yep, we do survive with 1 health point. It's... yeah, it feels like it's actually impossible to survive there. Interesting. I think you slightly goofed up. Slightly is putting it lightly. Because I don't think that there is a way to win with a Malkavian. Now, I was not planning to do any more games. Now, that's not to say I'm not doing any more games. That is to say I was not planning up until this point. But we are doing one right now. Because I am not done with today yet. So for Eastern medicine, it is very interesting to be controlling the story, but it's a bit odd to be controlling the story when you don't actually know what happened yourself. So you don't know where you should and shouldn't lie. I look really weird against this font. And I don't think that there is a way to live through that with a Malkavian. And I'm slightly concerned about that. I'm also quite interested in how do you die in retelling of events? Does your brain explode? So we're gonna be exploring Piece of Art just because it is short. It is a puzzle, I think. The following story belongs to myself and was created as part of Vampire the Masquerade Jam. You started to feel very dizzy. You must have fallen asleep, you think. You remember the flowers of your lovely garden and some brilliant flowers. Brilliant colors, joyful music, and then blackness. You have a hard time knowing what was real and what wasn't. The only thing you remember is pain in the back of your head. When you wake up, you hear a voice with what you think is a British accent. Are you finally awake? As you look around, you can see some paintings and statues all along the room, and the female figure staring at you. Let me apologize for the guards to treat you that rough. It can be really tough. What? Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. My name is Fawn, consummate artist and sire of the Toreador stars growing here in Callum House. I'm sorry, Toreador stars growing here? My Google autofill wanted to fill in my email, but it's my business email, so it's no secret. Myrta, you may wonder why I have brought you here, Myrta. What do you want from me? Just a little favor. There was a murder. Someone killed one of my students and committed diableria. I think you meant diablerie, but I don't know what diableria is, but sounds like a pretty nasty disease or Spanish. Not only risking the masquerade, but also everything I have worked so hard for. My precious Elysium, a safe place for not living creatures like us. Fawn says, as she shows you the place, you can see through the window a group of students painting at the other group in another room sculpting. And here's where you get in. As a Malkavian, I'll be needing your very particular skills to find out who is the murderer and hand over by myself. Will you do that for me? You'll be well rewarded. It's not like you really have a choice. Well, of course I'll help you. Alright then, I'll provide everything you need. Do you need a car, food, or whatever you need? You just ask me. Well, I am a bit hungry. Sure, darling. Fawn claps her hands in the second someone enters the room with a bottle and 2 glass goblets. The ghoul serves you a glass full of wine. You drink the red liquid, and you can feel how your energy is slowly returning. Delicious, isn't it? This was Harvest this night. Anything else? What is this place? This place, darling, is the work of a lifetime. My dream come true. An Elysium, my Elysium, a safe place where every creature is welcome, and of course, there are some rules, such as no hunting here or near here. Don't use your gifts, and obviously protect the masquerade. Alright then, if there's nothing more to do, please follow me, Myrta. Where are we going, you ask? I just want to show you what kind of work we do here in Kalim. You walk with Fawn all along the corridor, looking at the paintings. Some of them looks almost alive, maybe with the life that any of the people in this place have. The sculptures look so realistic, and the level of detail that must take months to finish and lots of patience. You start to hear music, very perfectly played with the instruments. You can recognize violins, but sounds like an entire orchestra. Here Fawn's voice interrupted your thoughts, feeling the music. You're in front of an empty room with just one person, a tall, athletic, brown-haired boy, a dancer. But there's something strange you can't describe in this scene. The guy dancing flawless, a darker version of Swan Lake. The Now by Tchaikovsky, under the light and the stars that came in from the window on the roof, makes you feel so much emotions going through, hopelessness, emptiness, sadness, just to finish with beauty and joy as the music and his dance reached the zenith of the choreography. Dancing in the red and black clothes, it was magic and unique. Honestly, I would love to see a ballet performed by vampires. Would be definitely my thing. So if any of you are going to exclusive vampire ballet, please invite me. This is Caleb, my little lunar moth, one of my most brilliant creations. Look how much talent and sensitivity was being wasted in the streets. Luckily I got to him in time, a few months ago. Unlike other dancers, we can see that he feels the music and expresses through his body. Yes, he's very talented, you say. The reason why you're here, Myrta, is the murdered student was his partner in choreography. It is my duty to protect him, and I'm asking for your help to find the truth. Her is waiting for you. Take your time to investigate and come back when you find out what happened and who did it. Okay, we take the card next to the murder. Never been in this part of the city. It's so elegant and opulent. You're wondering how much will cost to live here. It's clean. There are plenty of trees, hickory, oaks, and pines that reminds you when you were younger. The driver instead is quiet. You don't say a word during the 10 minutes of the mini trip. Finally, you arrive to the place. An old and abandoned building, which in better days was the Muses and their School of Arts. You don't know much further than that about. When you take a better look of the Muse, you notice that it's falling apart in some areas. But although the little voice in your head, well, one of them, you decide to enter the ruined building. Decided to come inside the building. As long as you walk into the dusty corridors, you look at the old paintings from another time, some older than others, but with the same energy, maybe just a little bit faded. Everything here is so perfect. Despite the dust, the ruined general looking of the building, of course, you feel like you don't belong here, neither in the Kalim, a little crazy creature who hears voices and which is now a vampire. Even when you were alive, you can't fit in anything. Just normal young adult, perhaps with a gift for clairvoyance and divination instead, and interested in legends, cryptids, video games. Life was simple. And you were happy until life, destiny, and maybe the death itself took the only and last bastion of sanity left in you. No one could have imagined such a tragedy would occur, or maybe just one person. Maybe if you hadn't taken the medication that day, or if you had believed your dreams days ago, maybe you could have changed things. He would still be here. You can still remember his smile, the most cutest smile in the world. His science fiction green eyes, as you used to say it. Even the way he laughed that makes you laugh too, until one day you didn't see those green eyes or hear that funny laugh. It was during autumn. You were traveling in a car, going to your first vacation together. Always wanted to know the sea, so Lucian, your boyfriend, who is dating a guy named Lucian? Jesus Christ, where are you getting all the Lucians from? It's a rare name. Planned 3 relaxing weeks in Cozumel, Mexico. You two was driving all along the United States. Jesus Christ, a 3-week vacation? Can I sign up? You wake up early, even that morning, having nightmares all night. Lucian was still sleeping. Managed to calm yourself, took your pills, and tried to go back to sleep a little bit more. You couldn't get it. You were uneasy in the morning during the trip. Lucian talked to you while he was driving. Everything is going to be okay. You will be okay, honey. Don't worry, it's normal before a long trip or something important. I have a special gift for you when we get there. Meanwhile, why don't you play some music? I don't know either one of these songs. I love that song, Lucian says as he begins to sing. You start to sing with him too, but you couldn't get to sing the chorus. Lucian never see the truck approaching to you in the next street. They all go black. Okay, time to come back. You managed to come back into the reality. That was a few years ago, but it still hurts like the first day. You're silent. The voices in your head. Now you're here. You need to find what happened. After a few moments searching, you found the crime scene. Dried blood on the floor, some dust removed from the floor, and broken glass. I'm just all declares. All declares. You know, I would be such a useful paranormal investigator myself because my best Claire is the sense of temperature. So I would just walk into the room and go, oh, the air is cold. What does that mean? Fuck knows. Oh, but there's like a warm spot like right over there and it's nice and warm and yeah, and the air is a bit sparkly next to the ceiling. Do you make any sense of this? No, not really, but it is all pretty interesting. You focus yourself. Feel the energy and manipulate the energy in the room to show you what happened that night. You see, there was two people there. One, of course, the victim. You can't understand what they're talking about, but it seems serious. After a moment talking, they started to dance. It was good. But suddenly, one of the figures starts yelling at the other, the victim answering, yelling back too. And you hear the only words you can understand. I'm gonna kill you if you don't do your goddamn job, says one as he's pointing with his finger to the other person. You don't have the guts, you need me. I am, and always be, better than you. I owe you nothing. So why don't you come and say it to my face, little street shit? Says as he broke a glass and used it as a weapon. That's enough, says the killer while jumping directly to the neck of the victim. You see the way the killer moves and evades the victim. Then in the blink of the eye, the killer reached the neck of the victim. You hear him say, I'm sorry, but I won't let anyone interfere with my future. You don't deserve this second chance, and bites his neck. Do I know what happened? Do I just go, hey, your protege killed his dance partner? There's not much more to do here, but you found the door to the room you opened. It's a room full of packed paintings and statues, but something calls your attention. There's a pair of ballet shoes that aren't covered in dust. Some particular red and black. They have everything you need. Once you're ready for a return to the Carlum, you hear the same voice of your vision behind you. Do you find what you were looking for? You slowly turn around and confirm that the origin of the voice is Caleb. You didn't answer my question. I'm waiting. Why did you do that? I will answer that with another question. What are you willing to do to guarantee your future? I spent my whole life on the street. I had nothing but myself. Do you know how that feels? Every day I had to fight or steal, and if I wanted even a little bit of food or water. And when I grew up, there was no difference at all. Instead, steal or fight, I also had to do other things to other people for money. Until one night, one client saw something in me. Of course I was scared, but I think she teached me. Gave me a home, a new way to see the world, an opportunity to have a life I deserve. You killed the poor guy. Oh, come on, that poor guy was just another egocentric asshole who thinks he is the center of the universe and that I'm perfect. I don't listen to any critics. Not a reason to take a life, I say to Caleb. I didn't want to hurt him, but he didn't give me a choice, Caleb says with a serious voice. Again, why did you do that? I did that for love. Not love for him, not love for Fawn, love for my future, as I said before. Oh, you're about to lose everything. Don't you think I already know that? That's why I can't allow you to come back with Fawn. I don't want to keep hurting people, but I don't know what more to do. Yeah, totally, just go and talk with Fawn. Maybe she is smart, I'll talk with Fawn, but I will need you, please. Alright, but I'm impartial. Thank you, says Caleb, and disappears behind the corner. Soon the sun will rise, you decide to go home, or the place which you may call home. When night comes, you show up to the Caleb house. Miss Fawn will be there shortly, says one of her ghouls. She's in the same room as last night waiting for her. After a few minutes, you see Fawn enter the room. Well, yep, I know what happened. It was Caleb. You can ask him yourself. Bring me Caleb, Fawn commands to one of her ghouls. Soon Caleb appears in the room. You can leave us now, Fawn's voice is serious. I would like to stay, you say. Leave now, Fawn yells at you and you leave. Time goes by, you continues with your no life. Oh no! Not on life! No life! Ugh, that's an insult game. You never know anything more about Caleb, the Lunar Moth. And that's it! I hope everyone enjoyed this little game I made. Actually, my very first game. Aw, had so much fun writing and programming. Figuring out how to program and read about VTM lore. It was extremely experienced. And I'm thankful of the opportunity to make this and play such a fantastic games that people have created. Acrolax. Well, it was a very railroaded Acrolax. I don't know how could you lose at this game or take the wrong turn. But, well, it also had a lot of spelling mistakes. But, for your first game, it read better than some things that I have played, so well done. You did not anger me. The experience was fairly alright, and it made me think of Vampire Ballet. So that's where I'm gonna call it. If anyone wants to play Piece of Art, it is down in the description down below. I will see you all next time in the next Vampire Game Jam installment. See ya!